Hey guys, just came back from mastering the final Amorkiir album. I want to say it was very successful. I'm gonna post videos of the sessions afterwards. It was at the Hideout Recording Studios here in Las Vegas. Uh, Arguably the best studio here in Las Vegas. A lot of vintage analog gear and all the up-to-date latest technology over there, along with a lot of retro stuff if you're into that as well too. But it was good. It's a final chapter in a section of my musical career. It's pretty much the end of a band. Trying to end it on a good note, and also I don't like half-assing anything. I just wanted to finish it. We already spent a year on these songs, and might as well just go pull through it all the way one last go. And I want to say it's worth it. There was a portion in the day where, after the engineer, his name was Nik. After Nik finished listening to one of the songs, he was a little taken back and had, he got the feels on him, and man, that meant a lot to me. Especially with slaving hours on these songs, meticulously, frequency by frequency, and just trying to make that magic come out. And of course, special credits to all the musicians that was a part of this. Leroy's phenomenal keyboard skills, Dennis's drumming capabilities, just him busting out tracks flawlessly every time. Of course, Tashina, this was her first time recording, wind instruments all together, and let alone recording, but in a rock setting. She comes from an orchestral background, and Luke traveling all the way to Las Vegas just to bust out these songs. And this was a giant team effort, and we pulled it off, and it sounds great. I can't wait to show it to you guys. But here's some footages from the day, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Template I usually start for stereo mastering. Just kind of get us going quickly. We'll just pull whatever we hear that we need. Repelled from it. We've had people ask to have it removed from the session before and stuff like that.
I think it's so dope.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I could see why people would be repelled.
Okay, so I already know for sure that I want to grab one particular little piece of gear out of the other room that I'm going to bring in here. It'll make this a little faster, but this is a super wide mix. These are already really full wide mixes. So I'm going to listen to all three of these, and then we'll listen to their reference, and we'll have a quick kind of discussion on dynamics, how far we're trying to push this.
For sure.
Loudness, and then we'll just plow through these. Each of them will probably take about 35 minutes or so.
Cool.
You see how these transitions written back in maybe the 50s or late 60s, Beatles era style.
Really?
Way overbuilt, way overpowered tube. But had just really clean transients, high frequencies and stuff, as well as solid low end. You couldn't really make a better compressor, and they stopped making them, and then the price skyrocketed on them. We sold our original one because it was too expensive to maintain. It was about
really
to replace the tubes on it.
Oh, I see.
A year we were spending almost $2,000. And it's one of our most used pieces of gear. And we found a company out there that they weren't cheap, but they were a lot cheaper than buying by buying a Fairchild. So we sold our Fairchild to a producer in Nashville, and then bought two of these, and they're faithful schematic recreations of the original Fairchild made by another company that we love. We use their gear, a bunch of their other
My sweet emperor. a dream can't find me. Empty spaces fading hopelessly, finding peace.
Wow. That's crazy, guys.
That was our most 4/4 song we've ever written.
The experience I just had sitting here in front of these speakers listening to that for the first time was like magical.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know, it was great.
Thanks. That means a lot, dude. Appreciate it.
Was that you, Dennis? Singing on that?
No.
It's a
Guy named his name is Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that music, there was so much magic happening. I don't know.
I wish I could sing like him.
He was like out of the box good. Like I didn't have to do much like processing on him at all.
Yeah, no, I love the reverbs and the mix in general just sounded like really, really full. I could hear everything I needed to.
Oh, cool, man. Thanks. That was a pain in the ass.
That was the hardest song for me to record on the drums. Pretty bad.
Yeah, I suppose in prog rock 4/4 is like kind of a little taboo. It's just a little too basic. But it worked out well on this one.
Yeah. Don't play drum fill. Don't play drum fill. Don't. Play.
What are those giant speakers on the back for, anyways?
I mean, they're for impressing the clients, basically.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I don't really mix on them too often, but especially during like the loud hip hop sessions, where when they get done with the recording, they just want to hear it as like they feel like they're on stage in the nightclub or whatever.
I see.
But they're Ocean Waves. We have the same pair of Ocean Waves and the same pair of ATCs in both A and B. Those Ocean Waves were like installed with this studio, this room here. But those are like, $10,000 each, easy, Actually, same with these. But, these are a pair of 10,000. But these guys are probably my favorite ones on the market right now. The same company makes one other set of speakers a little bit bigger than this. But these are the clearest mid-range that I can find. They're tri-amped, so there's no weird crossover right in the middle where the vocal is. Like most speakers are two-way speakers, have like a woofer and a tweeter, and then that crossover kind of lands right in the middle where the most important stuff is. Three-way speakers are really usually used for mastering. That's what those ones are, and as well as the mains in the back, but they're not. They're not as detailed. But anyways, these ones have their own driver for the mid-range, for the lows, and for the highs. Cool. So the crossover point's not right where the vocal is, you know what I mean? It's less distortion for the mids. Just allows you to hear stuff a little bit clearer. I like them though. They're really punchy, like in terms of like how fast they can follow a transient. Like a lot of speakers kind of dull the transients. These ones show a lot of that. That was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
No, seriously. That's crazy.